Hello. How you doing? Yesterday night I was down at Kangaroo Bay and I was speaking about the Mandela effect. That's basically it's the, to put it in a nutshell, it's a supernatural phenomenon, if you want to call it that, where the history has actually changed. It sounds a bit, but as I suggested before, if you do your own research, just go online. That's one way of getting information about it. Do your own research about the Mandela effect and come to your own conclusion. But I just want to make a small, just a short video. It's about some of the changes that's happened with the human body, actually. This is just some examples you may be able to relate to. Now, one of the Mandela effect things is the position of the heart. It was always, for me, the heart was always on the left-hand side. It was on the left of the chest. Now if you check the position of your heart, you'll find it's more to the centre now. So it's kind of like, it's crazy, but it's moved. But it's not moved like as in moved, as physically moved. You know, it's, if you research into the Mandela effect, you'll get an idea where I'm coming from. But that's just like one example. There's lots of them with regarding the human body. Like, I mean, as I say, I went online as well and I done my own research into it, and I find some of the ones I could relate to, and that is one of them. The heart was always, everybody's heart was always referred to as on the far left of the chest, there. But now, it's to the centre. So, I don't know what's going on there, like, but it's definitely changed for me. But another thing that, like, that's changed is the position of, there's like marks that appear like on the body, the position in the bones. In fact, I'm going to turn the camera over and I'll show you what I'm trying to say. Right, there's like a mark that's changed on my wrist. I'm trying my best to hold this camera and show you at the same time. It's not very easy. I'll try that. I'm trying to hold this camera and do this at the same time. It's not, but there's this bump here. There. I don't know how well that's come out, but there. That's probably a better way. That's solid bone, but that wasn't there before. It definitely was not there before. And on my other wrist, it's not there. It's just, so you won't see it on there. But on that wrist there, you can see it. To point out where it is, but hidden the camera. And yeah, solid bone. And that wasn't there before. It actually appeared before. It appeared before, then it went away and it came back again. Yeah, so I hope you saw that. Yeah, so it appeared. And actually, it appeared on the other wrist as well, on my right hand wrist. And now it's gone. But the left one, as I showed you, gone and then it came back again. So, but that's like, as I say, that's there's if you go online and type in the Mandela effect and regarding the body, the positioning of, well, there's quite a lot actually. But if you're interested, just go and type it in and see what you think. But as I say, I've actually experienced it myself firsthand. the one with the heart, it's definitely at the left-hand side for me. It was always affected. And when it says Mandela effect residue, that's where there's still like evidence of it have once been like that. So there's articles that still refer to the heart being on the left-hand side, but they're gradually disappearing. And it's difficult to explain the phenomenon clearly in a nutshell. But then just a way to start my shift. I was out. As you probably remember, if you watched my other video yesterday, I was out till the back of midnight. I finished a late shift and I went and chilled out in at Kingery Bay. Now this is me on my way starting middle shift now, and just so just kind of like getting this video quickly. I've never really, but just try to explain, where I'm coming from. There's a lot of supernatural things that I believe in. And an experience in, like for example, the speed up of time. Time is it's sped up. You can't get nearly as much done in one day as you used to. 1 hour was, before it felt like an hour. And, now, I'm talking about within the last few years, an hour feels like half an hour. And it's not like because I'm getting older. People have said that because you get older, time flies and all this stuff. Yeah, to a point it does. When you're younger, like, the percentage of a year is a bigger percentage of your life. But, 45, so 1 year's a 45th of my life. But when I was 10, 12, early 20s, it was like, it'd be a bigger percentage, wouldn't it? It'd be the 20th. So, but yeah, I'd agree that would make sense, but it's gone to the point where it even, it's gone very fast. It's just not gradually got quicker. It's kind of like you can't get anything like as much done. I've got proof I was able to do stuff, and when I finished like shifts and a middle shift, I was able to do stuff at home and still get a reasonable sleep. But now we're trying to do the same stuff, and I'm not slowing down. I try and do the same amount of stuff as I did before. Can't do it. It's like way past time I should be going to bed from getting up early from the shift. And I've definitely experienced that. But the Mandela effect, as I say, it's like when it comes to parts with the body and that, it's undeniable. I'm going to have to maybe make a video with a list of stuff and I could go through it all and that. But I don't really. If you're interested, you would do your own like research and you could make your own mind up. But it's definitely something in it, like. But say like the position of the heart was that's a major one. You think, how could it be possible? How could you possibly do that? Move your heart from left to the middle? It can't. But if history has changed, where if it was changed far back, if the evolution, like when the body was formed, or whatever, the evolution, going back many thousands of years or whatever, if things have changed, it's got like a knock-on effect. So if you change one thing in history, it's going to have a butterfly effect. It's going to have a knock-on effect, a grandfather effect or something like that. But everything is, you alter one thing, it's going to alter a chain reaction. Yeah, way of putting it. That's just a theory that history's changing. That's like there's other theories like multi-dimensional universe as well. Like you're in one dimension where everything is as it is. You're in one dimension where everything is as it is, and they could go to another one where everything as it is with a small difference. Like consciousness is what we are. So we're shifting consciousness. We're shifting into different bodies. Consciousness can't. They're always been here forever. We've always been around. So conscious, that's what we are. Consciousness. So if we're shifting from one state or different dimension to another, we are still the same, but we are experiencing a different reality, if you like. I mean, it sounds out there, I know, but it is out there because there's a lot more to life than what we do. You know, I know that first. I can feel that. I feel it. I'm not inventing this up. You know, I'm being straight up honest. I'm being. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people that have probably experienced this as well. I know actually a couple of people that well and truly think out the box, and yeah. But no, I thought I'll just give you that short video. I'll just go through that. And then the things that I wanted to mention there just briefly was the speed up of time, the acceleration. Time is sped up. You cannot get as much done in a day, or even in an hour. The year is just, the years are just flying in. They're just flying in. I mean, in the 80s, 90s, and the early 2000s, I would say up till after 2015, it's kind of like really gone crazily fast. I've started maybe getting fast from 2010 or 11 onwards, but then it started getting really super, you know, it's just, the days are just, the hours are just flying in so fast, too quick. Anyway, yeah, so I mean, I just wanted to, like, if you research into Earth's humans resonance is resonant frequency, something to do with electromagnetic, with the core of the Earth, and so something to do with that. As a frequency, it's called the Schumann's resonance. I read briefly on that article, and there was a theory on that could account for, well, not account, but may contribute to the speed up of time. The Mandela effect is very much well interested, and have a look into that. The strange weather phenomenon, the anomalies in that, the positioning of the sun. I mean, the light. I mean, you've got all these multicoloured rainbow colours in the sky at times without the rainbow and everything. You're getting all this strange mist and fog. It just appears out of nowhere, and it's just patchy. You're getting different temperature variations, fluctuations that are just way off what it used to be. I mean, the weather's behaving erratically, and the sun is just the colour of the sun. It always used to be a gold, yellowy colour in the 80s and 90s and in the 2000s. Always used to be a yellow colour, but now at times it changes to white. But it's a very sharp, hot, burning, hot white. It's a really intense white, hot sun. It's no. You do get occasionally the old sun, if you like, the glow, the nice warm, yellow, soft sun, the sunshine it was. But there's times where it can be really white, really sharp, hot, intense heat. Very intense. The light is, you know, it's very sharp. It burns. It's like burning hot. But before it was a warmth. It was really like a soft heat, nice yellowy glow. That's something that's been happening lately, within the last, say, 10 years. I mean, it's super intense in the last few years. It's been very much noticed. I mean, noticed it. Didn't really think and in depth about it in the early 2010s, but it's become more and more and more prominent in the last few years, and I just can't help but notice it. And once you notice it, you never forget it, because you're like, geez, this is what's going on here. Anyway, I'm going to end this video because I'm going to have to start my shift. Thanks for listening. It's just a wee blather here. Okay, bye. Thanks a lot. Bye.